the show, just visit our social media platforms that will be scrolling on our squeeze box throughout this. Joined by my co-presenter Hannah Bago in our studios in Chikubo. For those of you who might not know, we have three main studios. We have one in Naguru. In fact, we have three in Naguru, and then we have also one in Chikubo, right in the heart of where it all happens. Hannah, how are you?
I'm very well, Jane.
Yes.
How are you?
Very good, thank you, Hannah. So let's get down to business this morning. Of course, Smart Business tries to educate those who are watching at this time and tries to give you the latest in business and financial matters so you at home can make the right financial decisions when you have to make those decisions. But today we're talking about online and retail marketing, and we're talking about, of course, what we call retail and how important it is. Hannah, just tell us a bit about what online is all about.
Thank you, Jane. There are a few steps that people should take to know all about online retail, such as the biggest online players in the country. And these include Jumia, OLX, which are the top two biggest players in the country. And obviously, you need to have an internet connection in order to get in touch with these online companies, which are based in Uganda, and so they are the biggest players that are showing the online activity at the moment. And so in order to make an online order or to purchase something online through these companies, first you need to download the app, and then this will take you to the online site, and you can browse through their sales items that they have. Then once you find something you like, you click on the buy button, and this adds it to a cart. Now it's not a physical cart, it's a virtual cart, and you can add as many items as you like. And once you have all the items that you want, you proceed to the checkout page, and that's where you need to fill in your personal details such as your name and your address, and that is where the product will come to that address once you fill it in. And that's just in case you are a first-time customer. The information will already be in the database. And then after that, you'll click on place order, and that will place your order. And generally, there's a 5 to 7 working day period. So that's how long you'll have to. And after that, you have to select a payment method. Some users opt for the mobile money, or you can pay by Visa card or MasterCard, or you can even pay on delivery. So after that, all you have to do is wait for your items, and they will come to you. And just in case you don't like what has been delivered to you, if it's not what you ordered for, there is a return policy that most do operate on. So as long as you have not used the product and you still have the receipt, you can return it within a week of purchase, and it will be returned and exchanged for you to the product that you buy.
Okay, thank you very much, Hannah, for that. What we're talking about this morning, of course, is online shopping. Online shopping is, of course, the future. Just to give you a few statistics of who's leading in online shopping all around the world, the UK has 18. China followed by 16.6%, Norway by 12.7%, Finland, South Korea by 12.0%, Denmark by 10.8%, USA by 8.9%, Canada by 8.2%, and Japan by 6.7%. And Hannah, as you can see from those statistics, there's no African country on matters to do with retail in the top 10 on online shopping. Your take on that? Do you think that there'll be a change in the near future?
Well, yes, I definitely predict a change in the future, as there are increasing numbers of internet users, and this attributes to the key change in e-commerce or e-business. The more people that are connected to the internet, the more people tend to use e-commerce. And so according to Jumia, challenges of online trading are eliminated, such prevailing challenges such as poor internet connection and a high computer illiteracy rate in the country. Once these factors are eliminated and also unfavorable government policies, there will be more internet users, and as a result, there will be more people online purchasing these products because there are so many added benefits.
That's so. Thank you very much, Hannah. That is certainly true. And of course, as we look at some of the statistics, just on the African continent alone, 70% of this population on the African continent are made up of young people, and majority of those have access to the internet, are internet savvy. That means in the future, online shopping is certainly the way to go. It has a lot of positives. The fact is, Hannah, you must know that, for example, there's nothing better than getting your smartphone or perhaps your iPad and just dialing away and getting the item that you need at a better cost, and it's delivered to your home in a matter of a week or 2 weeks or so, and pretty much usually in very good condition. However, online shopping does have its disadvantages. Hannah, can you tell us some of the disadvantages you think people might encounter through online shopping?
Well, Jane, there are a few disadvantages. For example, the major online shopping companies such as Amazon and eBay are, they're well established and they're global companies, but they are not based in most African countries such as Uganda. And so it might cost you, the cost of delivery might be twice as much as the product, and that tends to be a bad deal. So people should opt for the companies that are based in Uganda. Their warehouses are here, so the shipping costs are much less. And another problem, Jane, tends to be sometimes you don't get what you have ordered, and not every single company has a favorable return policy such as I described earlier, and sometimes you have to stay with what you get. But the good thing is that this is now changing, and as long as you retain your receipt and you inform the person who delivers the package to you that you are unhappy with the delivery, it will be changed within a week, and this tends to be the added advantage. But obviously we have a long way to go in that sector, as it's still cheaper to buy things physically. So the only advantage I can say at the moment for Uganda is the fact that you can do it from home, and so there's that convenience, but it's not yet as cheap as it would be to physically go to the store. So as long as that is overcome, there are huge steps that in the field of e-commerce in the country.
Thank you very much, Hannah, for that. But also one must note that sometimes, I know, Hannah, you know this, you go online, you see these very fancy pictures of the item, and by the time the item does not look in any way like the item you saw online. So it's very important to always read the specs. For example, if you want to buy a camera, maybe a picture camera or a digital camera, make sure that you look out for the specs. And sometimes if it's cheap, because when you go online, it's too good to be true. So always make sure that you do your due diligence and make sure that you read the specs that accompany the picture, and make sure at the end of the day, if you do pay and are unhappy with the item, that you inform the person, or you inform the company where you bought it from. Hannah, of course, online shopping hasn't taken that much root here in Uganda, but which other big names that are currently carrying out online shopping or online retail?
Well, there are many online retail stores. There aren't very many in Uganda. There are less than 10, with Jumia being the biggest at the moment. It has been reported that 440 small and medium enterprises, or alternatively called SMEs, which have registered on there. So as you can see, there's still a long way to go. There's currently it's Jumia and OLX and K Homes, and those are just some of the few that are registered on in Uganda. But the biggest global ones are eBay and Amazon and things like that. So there's still a long way to go as far as Uganda goes. There's DHL as well, which is online, which is another option. that is sort of the middle ground between the global companies and the local ones.
Okay, so Hannah, we're going for a quick commercial break. When we do come back, you're going to give us a demonstration of how someone can go online and buy a product. We'll be right back.
amakya malungi nkwaniriza ku smart 24 gano nno ge mawulire gaffe essaawa eno nze terakaya tutandise n'eyali ssenkulu w'ekitongole ekikwanaganya abasiga ensimbi mu ggwanga mukyala Magi Kigozi asanyusizza bannayuganda bw'abategeezezza nti omukutu omupya ogwa smart 24 guzze ku mpewo ku lwabwe kale n'abawadde amagezi bulijjo okkozesanga omukisa guno okulangirako ebyamaguzi byabwe n'okulaba nga batwala bizinesi zaabwe mu maaso. Ono nno agenze maaso n'agamba nti enjawulo smart 24 gyereeseewo yakukyusa ebyempuliziganya mu ggwanga kubanga egenda kutumbula abantu kulaba nga bakola bulungi.
Bannange abatulaba olwaleero olunaku lwa ssanyu tulina TV yaffe empya eze ng'ate ejja kutunuulira bizinesi okusinga nze ndi musanyufu ng'omuntu. S24 smart business etutuuseeko ereese okuyiga tujja kulaba nga tumanya opportunities ziri luddawa abantu bo abazirimu baliwa bo bakoze batya ebyo byonna bajja kubanga bakola ki babitutuusaako bagiyita S24 smart business ebatuuseeko okubibatuusaako byonna. Njagala buli munnayuganda akitegeere nti gavumenti eno bwe yawandiika mu 89 nti eno economy eri private sector led basalawo nti gwe nga buli muntu buli omu ku mmwe ajja kukola bizinesi kati sigala wano ojja kuyiga bw'ogikola.
Ye nankulu owa kampuni eya smart 24 mukyala Jane Kasumba agambye nti oluvannyuma lw'okulabawo omuwaatwa emikutu emirala nga tegiweereza bya busuubuzi smart 24 kwe kujja.
S24 is an abbreviation of Smart24 Television. We are a business channel focusing on business, on finance, and content that is local and portrays that. Our main aim is for the Ugandan populace to understand the whole notion of business. Many a times people look at these stock markets, commodity rates and prices. They look at the forex rates and all these colors that you can see on the stock exchange, and they really don't have an appreciation, and many of them do not understand what it is. So Smart 24, where we believe in smart business, our main aim is to ensure that everybody, you, me, the local Ugandan, the East African person, is well aware about business, how to transact business, and also the meaning of finance.
Eyo nno nga tuvuddeyo omukisa guno eri bannayuganda nabo okulya ku ntuyo zaabwe anti ekitongole ekikwanaganya ebyamafuta UNOC kitaddewo omukisa eri abasobola okubaako bye bateeka ku mutindo nga basobola okubiweereza mu kitongole kino ng'obuweereza n'okubanga byeyambisibwa. Era ategeezezza nti Desemba w'omwaka 2019 ng'endagaano zonna ezirambika enkola y'emirimu mu kitongole kino bwegenda okubeera bajja kuba baddembe okubaako bye bateeka mu katale. Kitongole kino era kikakasizza nti enteekateeka eriwo y'eyokulaba nga wazimbibwawo ekisaawe ekyennyonyi mu mbeera ey'okutumbula ebyobusuubuzi eri mu disitulikiti ey'e Hoima.
I think oil and gas will bring a lot of money to the country, and when we start producing, we'll have money go to the petroleum fund, it will be invested, infrastructure will be developed, and that's great for the country, to improve so much for the country. But we think we could do a lot more, we could achieve a lot more as a country if our people, suppliers, participated as well, so that they take directly from the investments and also develop their skills and build on those skills to have new industries and new services and new provision of goods develop in the country. So I've told you about the land that we've acquired, 29.5 square kilometers in Hoima. Now 5 square kilometers of that land will host the refinery. Another 5 will host the airport that is under construction now, the second international airport. It's going to be a very big airport. And then we'll have an export hub, very close to the refinery land. Now the rest of the land will be developed into a petrol-based industrial park. So we'll expect to have industries, factories, establishments that feed off the refinery, the byproducts of the refinery, or feed into the refinery. The notable ones, I think, are like petrochemical industries, fertilizer industries, and the like.
Banafu abalima emmwanyi omukisa guno gubaweereddwa anti ensimbi obuwumbi 15 okuva mu European Union ze ziteekeddwawo okulaba nga ekirime ekya coke awamu n'emmwanyi kyeyongera okutumbulwa. Dr. Emmanuel Yamulemye ng'ono yakulira ebyokwanaganya abakungu mu ministry ategeezezza nti ensimbi zino za kuyamba okutumbula omutindo okubunyisa enkola ey'okulima obulungi emmwanyi awamu ne coke ebiri ku mutindo, n'ategeeza nti abonna abanaaba nga bakuganyulwamu nabo bajja kulaba nga ebyenfuna byabwe bikyuka. Agambye nti mulimu ebitundu emubadde amasamba aga coke nga mukono naye nga gaali galagajjalirwa, ensimbi zino zigenda kweyambisibwa okulaba nga amasamba ago gatumbulwa.
Ekwatagana ne support ya European Union eri coffee na cocoa. European Union era esaininze bago, ambassador wa European Union asaininze bago na Minister of Finance. Ekwatagana no kuyamba Uganda okukora oba okwongeza omutindo omwani ne koko. Ezo sente zigenda kuyamba private sector era kuteekako omutindo eri coffee ne koko tubenga tuweereza mu European Union no mu region yaffe omwani gwa mutindo gwa waggulu. Egenda kubanga eyamba through matching grants.
Gegamu kugetukuwadde enkyaleero nze Terakaya kusigala ku Smart 24 tujja kudda n'amawulire amalala.
Thank you for staying tuned to Smart24, where we believe in smart business. My name is Jane Kasumba. We hope that you have been with us since the wee hours of this morning. And of course, we're broadcasting live from Naguru. That's where I am, in our Uptown studios. And of course, Hannah Mbago is in our Chikubo studios downtown. So shortly we'll be letting you know all about business. Our aim is, of course, to ensure that you are able to get the best in business so that you can make the necessary business and financial decisions that you need to. Because by making the right financial decisions and the right business decisions, at the end of the day, you become prosperous. And that's why we are here as Smart24. Just remember, you can follow us on all our social media platforms. On this channel, you'll be getting all those necessary details. Before the break, before the rather lengthy break that included headlines for this hour, I just wanted to just backtrack for you on what it is that we were discussing. We were discussing online shopping. I had told you the statistics that in Africa, online shopping is certainly going to be the next big thing. However, in the UK, 18.0% of retails are done online, followed by China, 16.6%, followed by Norway, 12.7%, followed by Finland with 11.5% of their retails being done 100% online. Then of course South Korea, 12.0%, and Denmark, 10.8%, as well as Germany at 11.2%, and the United States at 8.9%, and Canada at 8.2%, and Japan at 6.7%. Well, as you're well aware, we did not read out any African country because none of them rate on terms of online retail or online shopping in the top 10, and those are the countries that have robust online shopping economies at this present moment. Hannah is with me currently, and she also mentioned before the break the big online players here in Uganda. Hannah, you're going to repeat those big online players, and most importantly, at the end of the day, you're going to take us through very quickly, just for us, how it is that we can procure something online.
Thank you, Jane. As I said before, there are less than 10 major companies that operate online in Uganda, and there are actually 7. These are OLX and Jumia at the top. These are the 2 major ones. And then there's also Dondolo, Remdak, Kemu, Home Duka, and Takeaway UG, and these are the major players currently in that are in the e-commerce game, but the biggest ones are Jumia and OLX. And so I'll just show you really quickly how to order stuff online using these apps. First, we'll do OLX. So first of all, you have to have an internet connection. That is very important. You have to be connected on to the internet, and then download these apps. I have OLX right here, or you can search for it on Play Store or on the Apple Store if you have an iPhone. But for Android users, you can go to Play Store, and there's OLX Uganda right there, and there's Jumia down here. So let's start with OLX. And so this is the app that you need to look for. And I'll just quickly take you through the things that you need to know if you're a buyer and if you're a seller. So for this app, you can sell things online and you can buy things online. And it's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything to get the app. So, you know, and you can have you can sell cars, you can buy and sell cell phones, you can buy and sell home furniture and garden, motorcycles, TV and electronics, properties for rent, farming and industrial commodities, and there are even more options there or on there for you. So as you can see, if you're looking to buy or sell properties, it will bring you to a page like this one, where you can see what kind of surface size there are, the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms, and obviously you can also filter. You can use filters on the search to get what you want. And so for a home like this, as you can see, it's 800 million, sorry. Yeah.
Just quickly, Hannah, so they also we do have real estate on OLX?
Yes, there is real estate as well. They're very diversified, OLX, and so you can find all sorts of things: home appliances, cars, and cell phones, as long as properties, as you can see. And if you are wanting to contact the buyer or the seller of the item, there is the option to contact them. Their contact information will be there. You can have an email or a phone number, and these guys are in the country, so they will be available to correspond with you as and when is needed. And so after that, if you are selling, you can upload photos of the merchandise that you want to sell. For example, here there are cars, and you can see this person has taken the frontal shots and the back shots there. So, you know, as much detail as possible is advised if you are looking to sell something online. So there's that added advantage. And that is OLX. I'll just quickly take you to Jumia. Yes. As you can see, it also has lots of categories, and here at home you can pick what you want to buy. For Jumia, you can't really sell things on there, but it's more of a buying, and that is the difference between Jumia and OLX, where by Jumia you go and you pick what you want to buy and you check out, but for OLX you have both options according to the account that you want to create. And so next, you can, you know, there's a merchandise list there, and you can see that most times they have the reduction prices here, and you can see this sneaker has been reduced by 36%, so it's 3,500 instead of 5,500. And so if you're attentive to the prices there, you can take advantage of such sale reductions. And then, you know, this is an option for trousers if you want to buy trousers, and there are deals that are daily deals that Jumia offers, so you can take advantage of those as well. And so you can find that some items might be cheaper to buy online than they would be to physically go to the store. And so here, as you can, after you choose what you want to buy, you can choose the shipping method that you want, and also choose a pickup station. So here you can see that the shipping time is 6 business days, and the shipping fee is that amount. And so you just add this fee to the price of the items that you want to buy, and it's different for each item, so you just have to keep that in mind. And then after that, you'll go to the payment bar where you can choose your method of payment. As I said earlier, you can pay by mobile money or by Visa card or MasterCard or debit card, or you can also choose to pay on delivery, so that's all up to you.
Okay,
And
Hannah,
yeah.
thank you very much. And what exactly does a person need in order to perhaps transact business with OLX or Jumia on their phones?
Basically, all you need is an internet connection. It's that simple, and it's free, as you don't need to buy the apps.
Okay.
So there's that advantage.
Thank you very much, Hannah. On that note, we're going for a quick commercial break. We're going to be right back.
Rise and shine. Good morning and welcome to the news updates here on S24. I am Beatrice Mujuni. Former UIA Executive Director Dr. Maggie Chigozi has urged Ugandans to be keen on smart24, which is Uganda's first business channel. Dr. Chigozi said the coming of smart24 is a breath of fresh air in the Uganda's media space, and that those that take advantage will reap great economic benefits. She urged the business community to use smart24 as a platform for marketing their products and services.
Bananga abatulaba olwaleero olunaku lwa ssanyu tulina TV yaffe empya eze ng'ate ejja kutunuulira bizinesi okusinga nze ndi musanyufu ng'omuntu. S24 smart business etutuuseeko ereese okuyiga tujja kulaba nga tumanya opportunities ziri luddawa abantu bo abazirimu baliwa bo bakoze batya ebyo byonna bajja kubanga bakola ki babitutuusaako.
Ms. Jane Kasumba, the station's Chief Operations Officer, said the Uganda's first business-focused station, S24, will fill the gap left by other media channels. She pledged to maintain high standards of business journalism and broadcasting in collaboration with international television channels.
So Smart24, where we believe in smart business, our main aim is to ensure that everybody, you, me, the local Ugandan, the East African person, is well aware about business, how to transact business, and also the meaning of finance and financial literacy. And by getting that kind of knowledge, they'll be able to make sound financial decisions. We know that Africa as a continent has the youngest population in the world. Over 70% are made up of the youth. So S24 or Smart24 television will aim to make sure that our content cuts across.
The Uganda National Oil Company, UNOC, is set to secure licenses to explore for oil in the oil region. UNOC is the company that was registered to manage the business side of the oil industry on behalf of the government of Uganda. Peter Mulisa, the corporate affairs manager, told Smart24 that they expect the Ministry of Energy and Minerals Development to issue licenses to the company in the first quarter of 2019. Currently, the oil exploration has been the preserve of foreign companies such as Talo Oil, Total, and Sinok, among others. Uganda has set 2021 as the date for the commercial production of oil.
Oil and gas will bring a lot of money to the country, and when we start producing, we'll have money go to the petroleum fund, it will be invested, infrastructure will be developed, and that's great for the country, to improve so much for the country. But we think we could do a lot more, we could achieve a lot more as a country if our people, suppliers, participated as well, so that they directly from the investments and also develop their skills and build on those skills to have new industries and new services and new provision of goods develop in the country.
In a related development, the National Oil Company, UNOC, is urging Ugandans to get organized in the bid for full benefits of the oil industry. Peter Mulisa, the company's manager of corporate affairs, says with the completion of the final investment decision in 2019, some $16 billion will be injected in the Ugandan economy, which Ugandans should take full advantage of by providing goods and services.
We'll have an export hub, very close to the refinery land. Now the rest of the land will be developed into a petrol-based industrial park. So we'll expect to have industries, factories, establishments that feed off the refinery, the byproducts of the refinery, or feed into the refinery. The notable ones, I think, are like petrochemical industries, fertilizer industries, and the like.
Mulisa adds that Ugandans should ensure that they register to be part of the suppliers database, which is going to be compiled by the Ministry of Energy. UNOC is also spearheading and setting up an industrial park near the oil refinery, plus the international airport in Hoima district. Coffee and cocoa production is set to rise following a grant of $15.4 billion from the European Union to the supporting of the growing of the two crops. The grant is part of the Market Access Upgrade Program, which aims at addressing constraints that Ugandan exporters in the European market face.
Ambassador wa European Union assigning embargo na Minister of Finance ekwatagana no kuyamba Uganda okukora oba okwongeza omutindo omwani ne koko.
Dr. Emmanuel, the Uganda Coffee Development Authority boss, says the grant will be a massive boost to the coffee and cocoa value chains in the country. It will help to address aspects of quality standards, value addition and business promotion.
Ezo sente zigenda kuyamba private sector era kuteekako omutindo eri coffee ne cocoa tubenga tuweereza mu European Union no mu region yaffe omwani gwa mutindo gwa waggulu egenda kubanga eyamba through matching grants.
Uganda is the leading producer and exporter of coffee in the world, with about 70% of the coffee exports going to Europe. Europe is also the world's largest importer of cocoa. Now that was all we had for the news updates here on S24. Do stay tuned for more news updates at every top of the hour and more programming here on S24. Thank you.
Thank you for staying tuned to smart24 or S24, where we believe in smart business. Remember that you can be part of this station. Just remember to follow us on our Twitter handles, and they will be appearing for you on our screens throughout the entire day. I'm Jane Kasumba in our sister studio that is in Chikuwa. We have Hannah Mbago. Most importantly, this is Smart Business, where of course we discuss all that you need to know that makes all that financial sense. We dig down deep just for you so that you can be informed financially. Well, Hannah, without further ado, I know we have the rates, the forex rates on hand. How is the dollar trading this morning vis-a-vis the Uganda shilling?
Thank you, Jane. Yes, I do have a few rates for you today. The dollar is trading at 3,690.54 Ugandan shillings, and it can be sold for 3,700.54 Ugandan shillings. I also have the Great British Pound, the Euro, the Kenyan shilling, and the Tanzanian shilling. The pound is bought for 4,672.75 Ugandan shillings. That's for 1 pound, and it is sold for 4,685.41 Ugandan shilling. The Euro is bought for 4,195.23 Ugandan shillings and sold for 4,206.59 Ugandan shilling. The Kenyan shilling can be bought this morning for 35.97 Ugandan shillings and sold for 36.07 Ugandan shillings. And the Tanzanian shilling can be bought and sold this morning for 1.6 Ugandan shilling.
Okay, thank you very much, Hannah, for that. Just remember the dollar rate and the shilling rate will constantly be analyzed on this channel. So make it a point to always be on hand on this channel to get you all the latest that you must need. Without further ado, we're going for a quick commercial break. Hannah and myself will be right back. Thank you for staying tuned to smart24 or S24. We believe in smart business. Hannah Mbago is still with me. She's in the Chikubu studios. I'm Jane Kasumba, and we are in our Nakuru studios. Without further ado, we aim to give you quality business information so that you can make the right decisions. Perhaps today you're on a construction site, perhaps you're a builder, perhaps you have made an investment in real estate and you want to know what the raw materials are costing this morning. Well, without further ado, Hannah has all the latest details on the cement prices as they appear this morning. Hannah, just take us through the cement prices and who currently, out of the big cement companies, has the best cement price this morning.
Thank you, Jane. Today from the Chikubu studios, we have the following cement prices, and it looks like Tororo cement is the one that has the highest price out of the four, which are Hima, Tororo, Simba, and Kampala. Tororo sells cement at 30,500 Ugandan shillings per bag, as opposed to the other three that only sell it at 28,000 shillings per bag.
Okay, so Hannah, you'll take, of course, your recommendation today for those who perhaps are on a real estate, who are investing in real estate, or perhaps who are carrying out construction this morning.
My recommendation, Jane, would be towards Hima, Simba, or Kampala cement for those who are interested in purchasing cement because is the cheapest price compared to compared to Tororo cement as of this morning.
Okay, and as you know, we always give you the latest prices, but for the cement prices, they've remained pretty much stable as of last week. And I know, Hannah, we still have a lot of rates to go. Just take us through the next price list that we have for our viewers this morning.
Right, Jane. Next up, we have the petrol and diesel prices. And at Shell and Tinder, petrol is sold for 4,420 Ugandan shillings. Diesel is sold for 4,180 shillings. At Total Bukoto, petrol is sold for 4,430 shillings, while diesel is sold for 4,180 shillings. Petro City in Tinder sells petrol at 4,220 shillings and diesel at 3,920 shillings. And Total in Tinder sells petrol at 4,430 shillings and diesel at just 4,180 Ugandan shillings.
Okay, Hannah, just take us on to the next, please. So those of you who are watching, just remember we try to give you the best price possible so that perhaps you haven't left home, or perhaps you've gone home quickly just to pick up something or other. You can switch on S24 or Smart24, where we believe in smart business. We give you the best smart prices so that you spend your money wisely. Spending your money wisely means that you become more financially solid, and at the end of the day, you live a better life. Hannah, our next prices, get us something that's good.
Right, Jane. I have bus fare prices for you this morning, and these are fares from Kampala. So if someone is looking to go to the following destinations for the holiday season, these are the prices that they need to look out for as of this morning. And so if someone is going to Juba, that will be 100,000 Ugandan shillings. The cost to travel to Mubende is only 30,000 Ugandan shillings. To travel to Mutukula, that's at the border, it would be 25,000 Ugandan shillings. To go to Fort Portal, you would just have to pay 35,000 Ugandan shillings. To go to Chotera, that would be 20,000 Ugandan shillings. And to travel to Kasese would cost you 40,000 Ugandan shillings, Jane.
That is as of this morning. Just remember, as we approach Christmas, just make take the necessary precautions. I'm kindly talking to those bus owners and transportation heavyweights and those in the transport industry. I'm also talking to the drivers. Please travel safely. Please follow the necessary traffic regulations in the country and get people safely home for Christmas. And of course, you've seen the rates. Hannah, we know that these rates might spike up in the next 3 days or so, don't you think?
Yes, the rates do tend to go higher as we move in closer to Christmas. So it would be a wiser thing to buy your ticket as far away from the holiday period as possible. That way you can get a cheaper price and, you know, book early so that you don't have to incur additional costs, such as we know the holiday season can get very expensive for a lot of people.
Indeed, it can get really expensive. And of course, for those of you who perhaps have already gotten your holiday, it's wise for you to go up country or to travel now, because of course we know the hustle and the bustle maybe 2 days before Christmas itself, or the big holiday, or the New Year, So just make it a point to make sure that you have your transport sorted. Hannah, it's never a good idea to catch the last bus, is it?
No, it really isn't, because you will be buying a ticket for almost double the price what it would usually cost off season. So it is a better idea to know what you want to do for the holiday before the holiday begins, and maybe buy your ticket in the beginning of the month. So maybe 1st December as opposed to 18th or the 23rd, because by then the ticket will be ridiculously overpriced, because so many people want to get to a certain location within time for the holiday period to be with family and friends.
Indeed, and of course that is something that we will be observing. We'll be having our reporters at different points all across the country so that we can get to you the best rates and maybe the best pickup points where you can get your transport to get you safely home. My appeal also is to the Ugandan police and Ugandan traffic police to make sure that they really adhere to the necessary traffic regulations, make sure that they track down the drivers, make sure that Fika Salama, the promotion that they've been carrying out, becomes more solid as we get to Christmas Day. On that note, we're going for a quick commercial break. I know, Hannah, you still have a lot of rates coming up. We'll see those after this short break. Welcome back. Our aim is to make sure that you become smart at business, not just smart physically, but smart at business. Good morning, I'm Jane Kasumba. Thank you so much for watching S24 or Smart24 television. We broadcast pretty much all across Uganda. We have studios here in Nakuru, state-of-the-art studios, and of course those in downtown now Wall Street here in Uganda, in Chikubo. Hannah Mbago is in our Chikubo studios, and of course we have to get down to the commodity prices and market prices. As we get closer to Christmas, I know many of you who are perhaps at home at this particular time, you might be a housewife, or you might be domestic staff who's at home currently, and you might be wondering, I need to go to the market, I need to make dinner tonight for my family, but unfortunately, or you might be a corporate person, and you might need to make dinner tonight, and you can't get the necessary items, or you don't know their prices. Well, Hannah is here to give you all those prices and so much more. So Hannah, let's go through the markets. Let's start with Kalere Market. How are the prices standing at this moment in Kalere?
Thank you, Jane. I do have the prices for you straight up from our Chikubo studio today. And According to our sources, the prices at Kalere Market this morning, Bogoya can be bought for 3,500 to 5,000 shillings, depending on the quantity, and garlic can be bought for 5,000 shillings. The sweet banana can be bought for 3,000 shillings. The pumpkin 1,500 to 5,000. The oranges for 5,000 shillings. The pineapples for 2,000 to 5,000 shillings, cabbages for 1,500 to 4,000 Ugandan shillings, and nakati for just 1,000 Ugandan shillings, Jane.
Okay, very interesting indeed. So what items can we pick from Kalere Market for perhaps a person who might be wanting to make a nice dinner, Hannah? What would you pick?
Well, personally, Jane, I adore the sweet banana, or gonja as it's affectionately called here. So I would probably make a meal of sweet bananas and cabbages. That sounds nice. Yeah, so if you would like to have some of that, just head on down to Kalere Market and make your purchases.
Hannah, just give us some of the rates in Swahili, please, for those of our viewers who are joining us and are part of the East African community.
Okay, Jane, I will do my best. Bogoya, I think this is bananas, so that's ndizi, as we call it in Tanzania, sorry. So Bogoya inauzwa kwa 3,500 au mpaka 5,000. Inategemea unataka kununua kiasi gani. Alafu garlic, kitunguu saumu inauzwa kwa shilingi 5,000. Ndizi mshale au ndizi zile za Bukoba zinauzwa kwa shilingi 3,000. Boga linauzwa kwa shilingi 1,500 mpaka 5,000. Inategemea na size gani unataka. Kama unataka ndogo kidogo unaweza kununua kwa 1,500. Kama unataka ile kubwa kabisa unaweza kununua kwa shilingi 5,000. Machungwa unaweza kununua kwa shilingi 5,000. Nanasi pia unanunua kwa 2,000 mpaka 5,000. Inategemea pia na hiyo size ambayo unataka wewe kwa leo. Kabichi unanunua kwa 1,000 mpaka 4,000 pia. Hii pia inategemea na size gani unataka. Na nakati ambayo hii nafikiri ni mboga za majani inauza kwa shilingi 1,000.
Well, that is nakati. It's a local vegetable here, very good for the body.
Yeah.
Let's go to our next market. Like we said, as we find our next market, we have a reporter who is dedicated to just getting us these market prices in real time, so you don't have to go to the market and haggle. So when you are watching S24 or Smart24, where we believe in smart business, just get your iPad out or you get your notebook out and start writing the prices, because already we've told you the amount for nakati, already we've told you the amount for potatoes, etc. in Kalere Market. Now we're going to, so you don't have to make the trip all across the markets, or you don't have to call friends all across the markets to find out which has the best rates. We as S24 are going to do that for you. Our next market is Hannah.
Right, Jane, I would have to give you a heartfelt apology. Samani sana. It looks like this morning we just have the prices from Kalere Market, Jane.
That's okay, Hannah. Usually when our reporter sends us just the prices for one market, that means that market has the best prices and the best rates. So today we recommend you to go down to Kalere Market. It's always Hannah. Have you been to Kalere Market?
No, Jane, I have not, but I'm definitely going to head down there today because it seems to be the best market of the morning.
And the beauty about it is it's right by the roadside, and it's quite busy, and it has all the necessary fresh produce that you would want. Very good food for good, healthy living. On that note, we're going for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. launching Smart24 or S24, where we believe that you need to be a smart businessman or a smart businesswoman. And if you don't know the know-how, if you don't know the technical know-how, we're going to teach you. In a matter of a year, you will be extremely an expert on matters business. I'm Jane Kasumba in our Nakuru studios. Hannah Mbago is still with us in our Chikubu studios. Without further ado, let's go for our Luganda bulletin highlights, news highlights, and then we'll be right back after that.
Macha malungi nkwaniriza ku Smart 24 gano no ge mawulire gaffe saweno nze Terakaya tutandise ne yali senkulu ekitongole ekikwanaganya abasiga ensimbi mu ggwanga mukyala Magi Kigozi asanyusiza bannayuganda bwabategeezezza nti omukutu omupya ogwa Smart 24 guzze ku mpewo ku lwabwe kale n'abawadde amagezi bulijjo okozesanga omukisa guno okulangirako ebyamaguzi byabwe n'okulaba nga batwala bizinesi zaabwe mu maaso. Ono nagenze maaso n'agamba nti enjawulo Smart 24 gyereseewo yakukyusa ebyempuliziganya mu ggwanga kubanga egenda kutumbula abantu kulaba nga bakola bulungi.
Bannange abatulaba olwaleero olunaku lwa ssanyu tulina TV yaffe empya eze ng'ate ejja kutunuulira bizinesi okusinga nze ndi musanyufu ng'omuntu. S24 Smart Business etutuuseeko erese okuyiga tujja kulaba nga tumanya opportunities ziri luddawa abantu baba zirimu baliwa bo bakoze batya ebyo byonna bajja kubanga bakola ki babitutuusaako bagiyita S24 Smart Business ebatuuseeko okubibatuusaako byonna. Njagala buli munnayuganda akitegeere nti gavumenti eno bwe yawandiika mu 89 nti eno economy eri private sector led basalawo nti gwe nga buli muntu buli omu ku mmwe ajja kukola bizinesi kati sigala wano ojja kuyiga bw'ogikola.
Ye nankulu owa kampuni eya Smart 24 mukyala Jane Kasumba agambye nti oluvannyuma lw'okulabawo omuwaatwa emikutu emirala nga tegiweereza bya busuubuzi Smart 24 kwe kujja.
S24 is an abbreviation of Smart24 television. We are a business channel focusing on business, on finance, and content that is local and portrays that. Our main aim is for the Ugandan populace to understand the whole notion of business. Many a times people look at these stock markets, commodity rates and prices. They look at the forex rates and all these colors that you can see on the stock exchange, and they really don't have an appreciation, and many of them do not understand what it is. So Smart24, where we believe in smart business, our main aim is to ensure that everybody, you, me, the local Ugandan, the East African person, is well aware about business, how to transact business, and also the meaning of finance.
Eyo nno nga tuvuddeyo omukisa guno eri bannayuganda nabo okulya ku ntuyo zaabwe anti ekitongole ekikwanaganya ebyamafuta UNOC kitaddewo omukisa eri abasobola okubaako bye bateeka ku mutindo nga basobola okubiweereza mu kitongole kino ng'obuweereza n'okubanga byeyambisibwa. Era ategeezezza nti Desemba w'omwaka 2019 ng'endagaano zonna ezirambika enkola y'emirimu mu kitongole kino bwegenda okubeera bajja kuba baddembe okubaako bye bateeka mu katale. Kitongole kino era kikakasizza nti enteekateeka eriwo y'eyokulaba nga wazimbibwawo ekisaawe ky'ennyonyi mu mbeera ey'okutumbula ebyobusuubuzi eri mu disitulikiti ey'e Hoima.
I think oil and gas will bring a lot of money to the country, and when we start producing, we'll have money go to the petroleum fund, it will be invested, infrastructure will be developed, and that's great for the country, to improve so much for the country. But we think we could do a lot more, we could achieve a lot more as a country if our people, suppliers, participated as well, so that they directly from the investments and also develop their skills and build on those skills to have new industries and new services and new provision of goods develop in the country. So I've told you about the land that we've acquired, 29.5 square kilometers in Hoima. Now 5 square kilometers of that land will host the refinery. Another 5 will host the airport that is under construction now, the second international airport. It's going to be a very big airport. And then we'll have an export hub, very close to the refinery land. Now the rest of the land will be developed into a petrol-based industrial park. So we'll expect to have industries, factories, establishments that feed off the refinery, the byproducts of the refinery, or feed into the refinery. The notable ones, I think, are like petrochemical industries, fertilizer industries, and the like.
Banafa abalima emmwanyi omukisa guno ogubaweereddwa anti ensimbi obuwumbi 15 okuva mu European Union ze ziteekeddwawo okulaba nga ekirime ekya coke awamu n'emmwanyi kyeyongera okutumbulwa. Dr. Emmanuel Yamulemye ng'ono yakulira ebyokwanaganya abakungu mu ministry ategeezezza nti ensimbi zino za kuyamba okutumbula omutindo, okubunyisa enkola ey'okulima obulungi emmwanyi awamu ne coke ebiri ku mutindo, n'ategeeza nti abo n'abanaaba nga bakuganyulwamu nabo bajja kulaba nga ebyenfuna byabwe bikyuka. Agambye nti mulimu ebitundu emubadde amasamba aga coke nga mukono naye nga gaali galagajjalirwa, ensimbi zino zigenda kweyambisibwa okulaba nga amasamba ago gatumbulwa.
Ekwatagana ne support ya European Union eri coffee na cocoa. European Union era esayininze bago, ambassador wa European Union asayininze bago na Minister of Finance. Ekwatagana no kuyamba Uganda okukora oba okwongeza omutindo omwani ne koko. Ezo sente zigenda kuyamba private sector era kuteekako omutindo eri coffee ne koko tubenga tuweereza mu European Union no mu region yaffe omwani gwa mutindo gwa waggulu. Egenda kuba nga eyamba through matching grants.
Gegamu kugetukuwadde enkyaleero nze Terakaya kusigala ku Smart 24 tujja kudda n'amawulire amalala.
tuned to smart24, where we believe in smart business. Well, for our smart profile today, we're going to profile Speciosa Naigaga Wandira Kazibwe. She's a Ugandan surgeon and politician, referred to as Nalongo because of her twin daughters. She was vice president of Uganda from 1994 to 2003. She was the first woman in Africa to hold the position of vice president of a sovereign nation. She held this position from 1994 to 2003. Quite a long time. She studied at Harvard University and at Makerere University. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Speciosa Wandira Kazibwe.
If I'm privileged to be elected chairperson of the African Union Commission, I will position myself to give the leadership and stewardship to ensure that those aspirations of our leaders are realized. Number one, I will make sure that programs to do with peace and security are given the due attention in terms of tackling those areas under the peace and security architecture that are required to involve Africans, but will also lead to the sustainability of peace in our continent. In other words, making sure that while mediation efforts go on, each country is supported to build peace and security networks which will buttress these mediation efforts, but also be the framework for building the democratic infrastructure necessary to keep our countries peaceful. So my mother always told me, the sky is the limit for you. And she told me, as my daughter, I want you to get an education. I want you to acquire a degree for yourself. I want you to get a degree for your father because he didn't get one, and a degree for me. And why am I asking you to do that? She said, because when you are educated, you can do anything. So I have a responsibility to that woman who raised me, ensured my education, and gave me the confidence to be who I am. The confidence that the difference between men and women is about reproduction, not about contribution to society. I have that responsibility to that woman to make sure that I perform wherever I am. I'll make sure that I coordinate all efforts to build infrastructure in Africa. That is making sure there is integration with respect to trade, with respect to infrastructure, with respect to private sector performance. If the private sector does not invest in industry, if it does not invest in trade within and across to stimulate consumption so that people have the taxes within their economy to reinvest in the public infrastructure, there is no way we are going to say we are self-sufficient. Gender as gender broken down is the two species that make up the Africans, the men and the women. An issue of inclusiveness. It's a very good example of saying, if you can leave women behind, then there is no reason why you will not leave the men behind. There is no reason why one country in Africa, if it's suffering, you will say, after all, it's one country. Let's leave it behind.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to S24, Smart24, where of course we believe in smart business. And how you've seen Dr. Wandira Kaziwe and her great influence, not just to women in Uganda, but Ugandans as a whole. Your take on her profile?
Well, I am definitely, thank you, Jane. I'm definitely awed and inspired by her because she is a well-rounded, very well-educated woman from what I know. Not only is she a Harvard graduate, but she has also been a member of the Senior Women's Advisory Group on the environment. She's also been on the Ugandan Women's Entrepreneur Association Limited. She has also been on the Ugandan Women Doctors Association. She's also been on the Agri-Energy Roundtable in Uganda. And as well, in 2013, she was appointed the United Nations Special Envoy for HIV and AIDS in Africa. So she truly is an inspiration for women in Uganda. Even just for the fact that she's the first woman in Africa to hold such a position like vice president, you know, she gives us hope that we really can be anything that we want to be, Jane.
Indeed, she certainly gives us a lot of inspiration and a lot of hope. Just a few statistics, like we said, she was the first vice president of Uganda and also the first female on the African continent from the years of 2003 all the way to 1994, which was a feat in itself. Of course, she's a medical doctor. She used to practice, and of course now she is a revered scholar as well as a politician. On that note, we're going for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. tuned to Smart24 or Smart S24 Smart Business, where we believe that you can indeed attain financial independence through watching this channel. We believe in being smart. Not just physically, but also in the mind, financially speaking. I'm Jane Kasumba. Hannah Mbago is with me in our Chikuba studios. But most importantly, the clip we showed you was a clip on beauty and on makeup, and the amount of goods that are entering our market, some of them not those of quality, may I say. And Hannah, you saw a bit of the clip. Tell us your take on it.
Thank you, Jane. Yes, there are so many disadvantages that are resulting, so to speak, from cosmetics in the industry at the moment. And the biggest problem is that finding good quality cosmetics is tends to be an expensive issue. So people tend to go for what they can afford, and as such, they don't always buy the products that are up to par with medical requirements. So there are so many resulting problems. If I can just highlight a few for you, some of the harmful side effects of cosmetics: skin discoloration, hormonal imbalance, skin allergies, acne, hair problems, headaches, cancer, eye irritation, and infections, just to name a few. And yeah.
Thank you very much, Hannah. Just to reiterate what you've said, most importantly, people must note that some of beauty products, like Hannah has mentioned, are counterfeit products. That means they're not of the quality that is required for you to put on your skin, per se. Hannah, how can this be stopped? You know, because when you see these prices in the market, they usually are at a cheaper rate. They usually do look like the products, the quality products that are good for your skin. How can someone who's shopping differentiate between the two, a counterfeit product and one that perhaps is of good quality?
Well, Jane, I do have 3 solutions for our viewers today. The first and foremost is to buy the name brands. I know that they tend to be expensive, but just do it. Go the extra mile and save up to buy something of good quality that won't affect your skin. Because at the end of the day, women are trying to look better and present themselves in a better way. So if you buy something that's subpar, you yourself are defeating that purpose, because once you get skin damage on your face, some of us, such as in the current industry, you know, will have to take a few weeks off, and that will be it will defeat the purpose. So first of all, buy quality products. Save up and buy that expensive product that won't fail you. Secondly, read the labels. Read the labels that you're buying. So select makeup depending on your skin type. If you have oily to combination skin, choose cosmetics that are comedogenic. That's how the label will read. Yeah, so that won't affect you. Secondly, read the labels and choose dermatologically tested products. This way you're sure that you won't have any side effects or that I just mentioned. And lastly, if you do begin to notice irritation or sensitivity, stop using that product. Just discard it. Many times, very sensitive eyelids need dermatologically tested, organic, natural cosmetics. So if you have to switch to natural cosmetics, do that. And lastly, if you're not sure of this, go to the doctor and consult. Make sure you know your skin type, so then you can buy products accordingly.
Thank you very much, Hannah. And for those who are watching, it's very important. Sometimes they say, you know, buying cheap sometimes is quite expensive. So make it a point always, like Hannah said, when you do get a product, perhaps you go somewhere and you see a product, it's on display, look for the expiry date and also look for the contents within it, especially when we're dealing with makeup. On that note, we're going for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. so much for staying tuned to S24, Smart 24, where we believe in smart business. At the top of each hour and at half of each hour, we give you our news updates. So without further ado, our news updates on next.
Rise and shine. Good morning and welcome to the news updates here on S24. I am Beatrice Mujuni. Former UIA Executive Director Dr. Maggie Chigozi has urged Ugandans to be keen on Smart24, which is Uganda's first business channel. Dr. Chigozi said the coming of Smart24 is a breath of fresh air in the Uganda's media space, and that those that take advantage will reap great economic benefits. She urged the business community to use Smart24 as a platform for marketing their products and services.
Bannanga abatulaba olwaleero olunaku lwa ssanyu tulina TV yaffe empya ezze ng'ate ejja kutunuulira bizinesi okusinga nze ndi musanyufu ng'omuntu. S24 smart business etutuuseeko ereese okuyiga tujja kulaba nga tumanya opportunities ziri luddawa abantu bo abazirimu baliwa bo bakoze batya ebyo byonna bajja kubanga bakola ki babitutuusaako.
Ms. Jane Kasumba, the station's Chief Operations Officer, said the Uganda's first business-focused station, S24, will fill the gap left by other media channels. She pledged to maintain high standards of business journalism and broadcasting in collaboration with international television channels.
So Smart 24, where we believe in smart business, our main aim is to ensure that everybody, you, me, the local Ugandan, the East African person, is well aware about business, how to transact business, and also the meaning of finance and financial literacy. And by getting that kind of knowledge, they'll be able to make sound financial decisions. We know that Africa as a continent has the youngest population in the world. Over 70% are made up of the youth. So S24 or Smart 24 television will aim to make sure that our content cuts across.
The Uganda National Oil Company, UNOC, is set to secure licenses to explore for oil in the oil region. UNOC is the company that was registered to manage the business side of the oil industry on behalf of the government of Uganda. Peter Mulisa, the corporate affairs manager, told Smart24 that they expect the Ministry of Energy and Minerals Development to issue licenses to the company in the first quarter of 2019. Currently, the oil exploration has been the preserve of foreign companies such as Tullow Oil, Total, and Sinopec, among others. Uganda has set 2021 as the date for the commercial production of oil.
Oil and gas will bring a lot of money to the country, and when we start producing, we'll have money go to the petroleum fund, it will be invested, infrastructure will be developed, and that's great for the country, to improve so much for the country. But we think we could do a lot more. We could achieve a lot more as a country if our people, suppliers, participated as well, so that they directly from the investments and also develop their skills and build on those skills to have new industries and new services and new provision of goods develop in the country.
In a related development, the National Oil Company, UNOC, is urging Ugandans to get organized in the bid for full benefits of the oil industry. Peter Mulisa, the company's manager of corporate affairs, says with the completion of the final investment decision in 2019, some $16 billion will be injected in the Ugandan economy, which Ugandans should take full advantage of by providing goods and services.
We'll have an export hub very close to the refinery land. Now the rest of the land will be developed into a petrol-based industrial park. So we'll expect to have industries, factories, establishments that feed off the refinery, the byproducts of the refinery, or feed into the refinery. The notable ones, I think, are like petrochemical industries, fertilizer industries, and the like.
Mulisa adds that Ugandans should ensure that they register to be part of the suppliers database, which is going to be compiled by the Ministry of Energy. UNOC is also spearheading and setting up an industrial park near the oil refinery, plus the international airport in Hoima district. Coffee and cocoa production is set to rise following a grant of $15.4 billion from the European Union to the supporting of the growing of the two crops. The grant is part of the Market Access Upgrade Program, which aims at addressing constraints that Ugandan exporters in the European market face.
Ambassador wa European Union assigning Zebago na Minister of Finance ekwatagana no kuyamba Uganda okukora oba okwongeza omutindo omwani ne koko.
Dr. Emmanuel, the Uganda Coffee Development Authority boss, says the grant will be a massive boost to the coffee and cocoa value chains in the country. It will help to address aspects of quality standards, value addition and business promotion.
Ezo sente zigenda kuyamba private sector era kuteekako omutindo eri coffee ne cocoa tubenga tuweereza mu European Union no mu region yaffe omwani gwa mutindo gwa waggulu egenda kubanga eyamba through matching brands.
Uganda is the leading producer and exporter of coffee in the world, with about 70% of the coffee exports going to Europe. Europe is also the world's largest importer of cocoa. Now that was all we had for the news updates here on S24. Do stay tuned for more news updates at every top of the hour and more programming here on S24. Thank you.
Smart24 it is, where we believe in smart business. Perhaps you're a person who wants to improve your livelihood and maybe you might not know a thing or two about business, but we're here to teach you about business and everything financial, so you can stay tuned. Just remember that we as S24 are committed to ensuring that you get the necessary business news and the necessary business statistics to make those much critical financial decisions that you will have to make in order to ensure that you become a prosperous person. I'm Jane Kasumba. Hannah Mbagwa is still with us in the studio in Chukwu, but most importantly, Hannah, right now we're getting to lifestyle and a lifestyle personality and their net worth. Today we're looking at Jordan Sparks. Jordan Brianna Sparks, an American singer, songwriter, and actress, rose to fame in 2007 after winning the 6th season of the American Idol, aged 17. She became the youngest winner in the series' history ever. Ever since that, she has accumulated $10 million, and this is what she owns. And there you have it, our lifetime profile, Hannah. Jordan Sparks, born in 1989, and averaging an amount of 10 million US dollars. And you know, Hannah, in the past, there used to be a belief that you had to have a professional career. Perhaps you had to be a doctor, an engineer to get that kind of money. But today in entertainment, you can get just as much money. Jordan Sparks at $10 million. Your take on that?
Yes, she really is an inspiration as far as proving to our parents that the entertainment industry can be a lucrative business. $10 million for a woman is a huge accomplishment, sorry. And well, she has not just been a singer-songwriter actress, she's also been the face of Avon, and she's worked with the likes of 2 Chainz, Whitney Houston, Jason Derulo, Jesse McCartney, Todrick Hall, Chris Brown, and Guy Sebastian, just to mention a few. She is the most successful artist to ever come out of American Idols, with her first 5 singles that hit the US top 20. That's never happened with anyone else. And she's also, she dabbles in other businesses as well. She's released 3 fragrances. So she really is a diversified businesswoman, and she's very impressive, really, so far.
I think what's most important, Hannah, and what someone must note is, when you do have some semblance of a brand, it's important for you to diversify, and I think that's what she did. Very big business people always know that it's important to diversify, put your money pretty much everywhere. She is a musician, however, she has diversified into beauty products, she's diversified into a clothing line, and that, of course, not only sustains your brand over the years, because now she's, since 2007, that's a good almost 10, 11 years, or so, it does sustain your brand, but at the end of the day, you do make good capital, and that is shown from her net worth, sitting pretty at 10 million US dollars. We're going for a quick break. We'll be talking about Dorcas Nzikuru after this break. Well, thank you very much for staying tuned to Smart Business, S24, where we believe in smart business. We were just talking during the break, and they were asking me how much money do we have in our pockets. Well, we are financially prudent here at S24. We know how to budget well, and that's why we make programs like this. We also feature very important people and people who can inspire you. Right now, we're going to feature Dorcas Nzikuru, women in our segment, Women in Sport. And we will also be talking about her, and I know Hannah knows all about her and the career steps that she has taken. If you're watching today and you might perhaps want to be an athlete, what can you learn from Dorcas Nzikuru, and how can you manage your career to ensure that you become really, you end up at the top of the game? Dorcas Nzikuru. our woman in sports, Dorcas and Zakuru, what we do like to give you is those visuals so that you can remember the personality and see the accomplishments. And Hannah, your take on Dorcas and Zakuru and the life she's had, and of course, the prize money and the prizes that she's accumulated.
Thank you, Jane. Dorcas really is a huge deal in Uganda in terms of the sports industry, as she is the Ugandan track field athlete competing in the steeplechase. She won the inaugural world title in women's 3,000 meter steeplechase, as well as the first Commonwealth title in the event.
Hannah, you know what the steeplechase is?
Yes, I do, Jane.
It's the one where you run and then you jump over a hurdle and you jump into the water?
Quite impressive.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
She has quite a list of awards, and so I'll just read them for you. For the 3,000 meter steeplechase, she won the World Championships gold medal in 2005, the World Athletics final gold medal, and the 2006 Commonwealth Games gold medal. For the 3,000 meter steeplechase as well, she won the 1999 World Youth Championships. She finished 8th in that. For the 5,000 meter, she won the 1999 African Games, finishing 6th, the 2000 World Junior Championships, getting the gold medal, 2002 Commonwealth Games, she finished the 4th, 2002 African Games, she won the silver medal, 2003 Afro-Asian Games, she won the bronze medal, and for cross country, she won the 2000 World Junior Championships, finishing 10th place. She won the 2004 World Championships short course, finishing at the 38th place, 2005 World Championships short course 18th, and 2007 World Championships DNF. And she has used the prize money of this to build a house to nurture the next generation of athletes, Ugandan athletes in the country.
That's very impressive. Not bad from a lady from Bura in Arua district, born quite young actually. She was born in 1982, in February to be precise. But it's very important if perhaps you want to take a career in athletics. Take a look at Dorcas and Zakuru's life, but also management is very important when you are an athlete. How you've been managed determines whether you can win more accolades and how long you will be in the game. Because every time you win, I know Hannah mentioned that, every time you win, it means that you win money. And that's why they always tell you as an athlete, make sure that you're in the right company. If you're a sports person, make sure that you're in the right company. On that note, Hannah and I are going for a quick break. We're going to be back with Smart at Work. So much for staying tuned to S24 Smart Business, where we believe in smart business. And of course, I'm Jane Kasumba. Hannah Mbago is in our Jikuwa studios. But most importantly, it's now time for Smart at Work. Our cameras all throughout this next year are going to follow you where you work and get down to what it is that you do and how it is that you work. We want to know that you're working smart. And Hannah, I know today we have a gentleman called Chizito. We managed to get him at Spear Road, is it?
Yes. The gentleman's name is Pius Chizito. He is a gardener who works at Spear Motors. So if you're interested in that, do head on to Spear Motors and buy your plants. But as far as it goes for today, Jane, a heartfelt thank you from all of us in the Chikubu studio to you guys in Naguru. Thank you so much. And we do hope that you at home do tune in at the same time tomorrow, because we have so much more in store for you.
Well, thank you very much, Hannah, and our team in the downtown studios in Chikuo. I'm Jane Kasumba. We're in the uptown studios. A special thank you to our entire production team who've worked tirelessly to make sure that you're able to get local productions like this one in the comforts of your home. Just remember, in the next few weeks or so, you're going to see a lot of changes and a lot of new programs on this channel. So keep it here. Let's go over to Chisito and let's see him being smart at his work.
Amanya gange bampita Pius Kizito. Omulimu gwenkola ndi gardener kuba designinga compound nima emiti nima ebimuli. Kino kyenkola kwe kulima emiti kalitunsi. Ttaka lino obanga omaze lipakira mu buveera tekiri nti nno oba nti olina yisaawo obudde we buti olyoka osimbe. N'oba nti no leero maliriza n'osimba tekiba tekikola ki kiba tekirina buzibu wabula ekiba kirwisiza oluusi buba busobozi nti oluusi oyinza okufuna sente ezikuba ate ezigula obuti nezikola ki nezikubula. Tuteekamu nga buli germinated bumaze okumera bumaze okumera era singa wano singa obadde ozeeko kati ng'olunaku lwaliro lwakuba nti osubiddwa nti tufunye information nti bagenda leeta buti nesinga badde baleese era wandirabyeko engeri gye tusimbamu. Okutandika kalitunsi otundibwa aba ali mu myezi ebiri omuntu atandika omutwala naye ogukuze ddala ogukuze obulungi myezi 3 kubanga gutwaliwo naye gutandikira ku myezi 2 omuntu asobola otwala kalitunsi. Era buli mulimu gubaako ekirungi n'ekibi kubeera nga woojaba nti ogiruddewo kisinziira munnaayo. Oluusi tubeerako ne bakasoma afe abatwala emingi n'oluusi ayinza obutadda tomanya ng'oluusi ettaka limuweddeko ayinza okujja na sizoni nga 3 nga bawagira namaana akola ki. Ekiro ekizibu ekya marketing kyo kyemu ekiri nti nno emiti abantu tebagitwala bulungi oba n'ekyokubiri nti abasinga bayinza okuba tebagitwala lwansonga batya bbeeyi yaagyo. Abamu bayinza okwamanya bbeeyi nnyo nga kyekitiisa okukola ki okugisimba naye ng'ekya marketing kyo kisinziira sizoni. Eyo sizoni lwerama emiti giri ku market nga bagitwala mangu nawo lwegirwawo kati engeri omusana gye gwaka kale enkuba weba etonnyamu giba gitambula. Era tufuna okusoomoozebwa olw'ensonga nti abantu abamu kale bamanyi nti nabamu bamanyi nti nomuntu aba akoleranga mu kibuga bamanyi no Man's bintu bya bwereere naye nga si bonna nti no buli omu kati nga ffe tuli wano tukola ki tusasulawo. Ale n'okusomozebwa okulala kwetufuna nti abamu engeri gye tukolera ku kkubo bajja oba oluusi kale ebintu byaffe ebimuli byaffe oba bamotoka ayinza okuyita ebbayi n'akola ki n'abirinnya oba bano bannaffe bennyini abayitawo kale kwegamba nga yetafuddeeyo ku ki tamanyi ng'eki gy'omenyekamu basinga bamanyi nti no byangu okuba nti no osobola ovuva eri n'oteekawo ki kalitunsi naye ng'era kalitunsi process gy'oyitamu yeetaagisa capital okuba nga okola ki tojja kuva eri nti oba oyinamu emitwalo gy'okumi ogambe ogenda ne kalitunsi wo oba oyinamu emitwalo gy'20 oba 5 gy'olime ki kyetaagisaamu capital wo ng'akola ki ng'awerako. Amazzi gayinza okukalira nga gaweddewo wano tukolera olwakasana n'obeera ng'okozesa amazzi ga taapu. Amazzi ga taapu gaba gakugula ekidomola kiba kyevi kati ogenda kwekanga nga layini y'omutwalo egendako ebidomola nga 20 ku makya kwokka ate ng'ojagiibwako mu ttuntu n'olweggulo. Ate omuntu wajja tosobola kimunnyonnyola ayagala nti kaŋŋambe omuti oba weguba kati gwa 2 abasinga bbeeyi gye bagulirako ekyegera tosobola kusinzaawo bbeeyi omuti guba gwa 2 naye nti omuntu ajja tosobola kimunnyonnyola nti oba eno sizoni omusana gwakoze ki gwayase nti oba nnyongeramu kuba agenda kujja nga omugambe na 2 alabe ng'okoze ki omusedde ayagala okugula oli akugambe nti njagala emiti nenjagalira ku 8 ogenda obalalamu sente z'otaddemu ogenda obalalamu kuba sente z'oteekamu okuva mu kukuba mu kusimba mu kumukoola emirundi gy'omukoola atuukaawo zonna ziba sente nnyingi. Tosobola kola ki kumunyonyera mulimu naffe ebitusala n'otunda lwakuba nti nno oyagala giveewo kuba tolina kuba bizinensi kyolaba kuba gyo tegiriiko nti etujagamba nti gibako expire nti bagiba expired naye gituuka ekisala negituuka nga teri muntu asobola gitwala kukola ki kugitwala gisimba. Kisinziira ku sayizi gye gikuzeemu kati waliwo ng'egyo nga mugiraba egyo emiti egyo emiti egyo okuba nti nno guba gukyali okugukuuma nga gukuze naye nga guli ku marketing awo kye tuyita okusala osobola okugyayo akati ako kamu nga kavaawo olaba akakulu naye nga tekayingidde mu ttaka osobola okugyayo nga kamu bwoti okuba nga tekayingidde mu ttaka kuyitamu eno akanti kano leesa akatalabika bulungi naye okuba nga tekayingidde mu ttaka eno okuba nga tugikuuma nga giri ku marketing nti abakimanyi nti emiti ne guba mukulu kasa guba nga musale fe tukuyita kusala okugusootinga ne guba nga tapulutano tayingidde mu ttaka nti basigala agutwala kuba abamanyi nti noguli ki kuba abamanyi nti kuba eguba nga neguba mukulu kati nga sayizi eyo naye nga musootinge ate gukula tegufa gukula ngera omuto we gwandikuze. Bizinensi eno ngenda giwezaamu emyaka 3 ngenda wezamu emyaka 3 sijajjusa kubanga mbaddewo obulamu bwange bonna okuva nayingira Kampala bubaddeko yo bizinensi sijajjejjusa wabula sijajjusa naye nti lwakuba nti no buli kintu kibaako ekirungi n'ekibi era mulimu ebinsangamu nga binyiga ate nga ne mubamu n'ebyenfuna nga bikola ki nga binsanyusa ate nga bye bisinga obungi. Nze najja nsuzibwa naye okubanga nkola ki nti neesuza okubanga mbaddewo nga neerisa okusinziira nga we najja ate sikati ase si bwendi era nga nina essuubi nti nno nsobola okukola n'ebirala ebingi mu bizinensi eno bye neetaaga. Nsuubira okubanga nguze poloti era nga ngizimbyemu kuba nkyewulira mu bizinensi yange. Era omulanga kyeŋŋamba abavubuka nti nga nze nandibadde nti nonswala nandibadde nti oba neetwala nti okuba nti neeswala tebasaagala kunkwata ku kamera olw'okuba ntuula mu ttaka n'olw'okuba nti omulimu guno eno nsangayo n'abajja nga bagwagala nga bagwegomba era nga banegayirira obawa emirimu.
Macha malungi nkwaniriza ku Smart 24 gano no ge mawulire gaffe essaawa eno nze Terakaya. Tutandise yali senkulu ekitongole ekikwanaganya abasiga ensimbi mu ggwanga mukyala Magi Kigozi asanyusiza bannayuganda bw'abategeezezza nti omukutu omupya ogwa Smart 24 guzze ku mpewo ku lwabwe. Kale n'abawadde amagezi bulijjo okozesanga omukisa guno okulangirako ebyamaguzi byabwe n'okulaba nga batwala bizinesi zaabwe mu maaso. Ono nagenze maaso n'agamba nti enjawulo Smart 24 gyereeseewo yakukyusa ebyempuliziganya mu ggwanga kubanga egenda kutumbula abantu kulaba nga bakola bulungi.
Bannange abatulaba olwaleero olunaku lwa ssanyu tulina TV yaffe empya eze ng'ate ejja kutunuulira bizinesi okusinga. Nze ndi musanyufu ng'omuntu. S24 Smart Business etutuuseeko